people? I am Jaby KOAY, joined by SYNTELL KOAY.
Yo, what's cracking, baby?
We're looking at Social Media Star with Janice Season 4, Episode 1, featuring Ashish, CHANCHLANI, Vines, and Kiara, ADVANI. Y'all, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Let's jump into this. Here we go.
Alish's connection with Ulhasnagar.
Well, that he's the richest Sindhi in Ulhasnagar.
Veerendra told you to, Kiara, please don't shower because you will melt. You're so sweet.
Failed.
एक कुड़ी जिदाना मोहब्बत गुम है
Wow.
गुम है.
This is a reality show that we have the guests for that are speaking. I just need some context of what I'm watching real quick.
No, they're just being interviewed.
Okay, these are just movie stars. Okay.
Well, Ashish CHANCHLANI, you just saw him a minute ago in the interview
Yeah.
with Oscar Isaac.
Right.
He's the big YouTuber. Kiara ADVANI is the actress.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just need just a bit of context. Okay, I'm good.
These most interesting personalities sitting on this very set and actually on this very couch क्योंकि budget इतना ही है. So they've laughed together, they've pranked each other, they've said some very questionable things, and most importantly, they've pulled my already very long legs. But this season, things are going to get even more mad because I'm going to find out whether my guests are actually made of mad, just like my beautiful Poco M4 Pro 5G. So guys, get ready because it's an all-new season of Poco Presents Social Media Star with Janice. Okay guys, so before I formally introduce my guests to one another, I want to tell you how it happened. So last season, a certain Mr. Ashish CHANCHLANI was on this very set, and this is the confession he made. Your current Instagram crush.
I have only one Instagram crush and that's Kiara ADVANI.
Oh.
मेरे को सर पिक्चर आई थी बोलते भाई का रोल कर पागल है पहला पिक्चर में कियारा ADVANI का भाई बनेगा मेरे को नहीं करेगा
I wouldn't either. But you know what? I would have done it. You have an opportunity to be next to your crush. I would dig it.
Yeah, shoot your shot.
Yo,
Yeah.
this is siblings. It's about to be incestuous up in this bitch.
Internet, do your job. So internet didn't do its job. Janice did its job. Kiara ADVANI, please say hello to Ashish
Nice to
CHANCHLANI.
meet you.
Hi Kiara.
Cindy from
So
Ulhasnagar
shy right
represent.
Yeah.
Cindy from
from
South
town.
Bombay represent.
But 1 second, did you really say no for that reason? There must be other reasons.
Hello, you
लेकिन
just...
उनको नहीं पता है ऐसा नहीं कोई कास्टिंग वाला कॉल करा है पागल है क्या कियारा का भाई
Heroine को change करके उसका बारे में.
ऐसा नहीं I told him listen I don't have shoot dates and then I kept the call मैंने पागल है लोग कियारा का भाई बना रहे हैं देखो अच्छी पिक्चर होगी हाँ राज मेहता बहुत बढ़िया डायरेक्टर है गुड
अच्छी पिक्चर मतलब धर्मा की फिल्म with वरुण, कियारा, अनिल,
Good.
नीतू कपूर, I don't know who all. That if you have a crush on somebody, you won't play their brother on screen.
I mean at least ऐसा पहले हो जाए ऐसा कपल वाला कुछ ऐसा रोल मिल जाए पहला तो मैं भाई बन के नहीं आऊंगा
They cut away from her face. I wish they had a close-up on her face in that moment. I only caught a glimpse of it as he was talking about this.
अच्छी पिक्चर मतलब धर्मा की फिल्म
Watch your
with
face.
वरुण, कियारा, अनिल,
Good.
नीतू कपूर, I don't know who all. That if you have a crush on
Right here.
somebody, you won't play their brother on screen.
I mean at least ऐसा पहले हो जाए ऐसा कपल वाला कुछ ऐसा रोल मिल जाए पहला तो मैं
Like, she was about to be like, what? They cut away. I'm like, no, I want to see her face. I know what his face looks like. I want to see what her reaction is to what he's saying because it's ridiculous. It's absurd.
भाई बन के नहीं आऊंगा
Okay, so tell everyone now. Now they know. Cast us
I
in
am
a...
not going to play her brother
Okay.
couple on and just to let you know I rejected a Hollywood film with Shah Rukh Khan
Oh.
Uh-huh.
just letting you know for the next season okay
What you didn't want to be his You want to call on his couch.
be couple
This is... For a second, I was like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wait, hold on.
He wants.
Okay, but Kiara, clearly Ashish knows a lot about you, right? Even off camera, he was saying a lot of things, and I'm like, mat bol, on camera ke liye rakh. I want to know what you know about Ashish. Ashish, pay like close attention.
The first time I actually got to know about him and saw his content was when we were looking for that amazing role for my brother. And it was Varun and Raj who said, you have to see this guy, he's hilarious. And we were like, this is it, this is the guy. And then I felt really sad that he said no. I was like, that's so sad. Like, why would he say no? Why not? We were like a YouTube sensation and we would get like, you know, all your likes. Like, like watching.
You're supposed to be happy that I'm not.
Bad. I felt really bad.
What else do you know about Ashish's connection with Ulhasnagar?
Oh, that he's the richest Sindhi in Ulhasnagar?
Correct.
That's not true.
I've heard the exact same.
That's not just
I believe there's an area.
Okay, so he's the richest person in his city or something?
Yeah, that's the rumor. He's saying that's not true. You know, if she called him up directly and said, you're playing my brother, he would have said yes in a heartbeat.
Probably.
He's a really nice guy. Like, I've spoken to him several times, and every time I talk to him, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. Obviously, on camera, his personality is a little bit more excited. Like, off camera, he's just like kind of like how I am now. He's a little bit more relaxed, but he's still super nice. Like, one of the nicest guys ever. If she called him up and was like, yo, you're playing my brother in this. There's no, you're not saying no to me.
he would have even negotiated.
Yeah, he would have done it.
Where he lives in Ulhasnagar, where they don't call that area by its name. They say Ashish ka area. Ashish ka ghar yahan pe hai.
पहले तो बात है कौन rumor बता रहा है? Varun the one told you this?
No, this entire team behind cameras knows.
Okay, chal. Is what you mana kar diya. But when did this crush wala scene begin? Like, when did you first like discover Kiara?
Arey, I've loved her since Fugly.
That is real love, yaar.
Yeah,
That really
absolutely.
is.
Yeah, absolutely. Arey, I saw Bharat Aane Nenu because of you.
Not Mahesh Babu.
Huh? Hey, don't say this, all Mahesh Babu fans will attack me. Obviously, I love it. But when I came to know that you are in the film, I'm like, I'll watch it now.
So you watched all my films,
No,
seriously?
everyone.
Which is your favorite?
See, performance-wise, your best performance is obviously Shersha. But after Shersha, I think Good News and Guilty both come neck to neck.
I actually think Guilty is your...
Guilty is your underrated film, is what.
Yeah, it's my underrated. Even I.
Okay, since you guys are on social media, start with Janice. So, Kiara, let me ask you. What is your relationship with social media like? Like, do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you like karna padta hai kaam ke liye?
If I felt about Kiara Advani what Ashish feels about her, and she comes on set wearing those shorts, I would not be able to focus.
Like, hold on, give me some blinders.
Yeah.
Put like little things underneath your eyes
Yeah.
so that you can't. Yeah.
He's-
Them legs will distract you.
He's doing a really good job of doing the eye contact thing. I've had instances where like fans have caught me looking at a girl's boobs by accident while they're on camera with me, and I don't even catch it. Like, because it's just a natural, like, you're a dude.
An innate thing.
Yeah, it's innate. Like, you're not even thinking about it. Your brain just, like, it's this automated process of, like, you're supposed to look at that because, you know. But
You're pre-genetically disposed
Yeah.
to want to be attracted to that, right? Right.
I've had instances, where I was able to power through that, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're gonna look at the eyes the whole eyes the whole time, eyes the whole time. You're not noticing anything below the neck, just eyes the whole time. And he's doing a really good job of just like eyes the whole time, because that would distract the shit. I wouldn't be able to do that. That would distract the crap out of me.
What is that like relationship
You
that
should
you
add
have?
addiction. Because I think that's what it is. It's my only addiction in life.
Is it?
There are no other vices. This is my vice.
What do you mean by addiction?
It's like you wake up in the morning and before you brush your teeth, you'll check Instagram or you'll check Twitter. Which is, now I'm realizing that I have to stop and like I have to really draw the line there.
crack.
Because like addiction is not a good thing, right?
Is that why your feed is also so heavily curated? Like, look at it.
Damn.
It's a very curated,
You see a lot of pink and blue.
particularly
nice.
selected.
But you know
Yes, it
what?
is.
This is all me. I don't have a team. I don't have anybody doing this
Hold
for
on,
me.
you handle your own.
I
social
handle my
media.
own social media. I'm the one seeing my DMs. I'm the one seeing what's happening. I'm the one posting. I'm the one. Everything is me.
So that
She
means you
sees
have
the
a
DMs,
chance if
guys.
you
I
hop
do
in her
sometimes.
DMs. Yep.
But Ashish, you've had like a little bit of a current like love-hate relationship now with social media.
Yeah.
Like, what's been going on? Like, I remember seeing this story where you basically were talking about how you want to take a break from social media.
So I'll tell you what happened.
Like, they scroll through her feed, it's like beautiful and all happy
Just
and
bangers.
just like golly, like ooh. And then they go to his, and it's like this sad post. I would be so mad. I would be so, I'm like, bitch, are you trying to ruin this? I'm sitting next to the love of my life. We're supposed to have babies, little miniature Ashishas and Kiaras. You're showing this goddamn post, making me look like I'm not a good specimen. Come on.
My dark place. I mean, he's even wearing dark clothing, so he may be feeling that way a little bit, you know. But you're right. I'd be like, listen, come on now, make me look good.
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to make me look good.
ज़्यादा ऐसा hangover हो गया था मेरे को social media का. To a point I was not able to work, not able to concentrate. If you are into this field, you're making content, then suddenly your focus shifts on like what people are thinking about you, what this person is thinking about you, कि कैसे present कर रहा है खुद को, क्या कर रहा है. And I don't like that. I just like to focus on my content. And because of all of this, all of other factors, your artist, you know, gets sacrificed.
Yeah, correct.
That's the reason I posted it.
Okay, but you know, when we were doing our research, what blew my mind about you, I didn't know this from before, was that your real name is Alia.
You really didn't know?
I really didn't know. Not just that, then when we did deeper research, I realized that you actually picked the name Kiara because you were inspired by Priyanka Chopra's character in Anjani.
Okay, I think it's phrased wrong.
Wait. I have another question.
I knew this.
I have a question. I'm like, that is a film that, let's just say politely, very few people like. How did that name come to from that film, and what other names made it to the shortlist?
So it was not inspired by any character or anything. I had heard the name Kiara for the first time in that film. I had heard PC introduce herself in that film. So I think she's explaining to Ranbir how to flirt, and that's the sequence, as in that's the scene. And she's like, "Hi, I'm Kiara." And I was watching the film, I'm like, what a beautiful name. So tab ki baat, I was like, acha, you know, if I have a child in life, a daughter, I'll call her Kiara. Little did I know, a couple of years down the line. Yeah, but a couple of years down, I was like, okay, I have to find a name for myself. And then I said, pata nahi, when I'm going to have children, I'm going to use this name for myself. And that's how I chose the name Kiara.
It's my name.
It's too good for him. Can't sit there and let this rot on the vine.
They don't even get the reference. It's mine, God damn it.
Because that was a name I always really liked.
What I love about the both of you in like when it comes to films is that I feel like both of you had a filmy connection before before you became a content creator and before you became an actor. Kiara, by the way, her family tree is very complicated. I will just say this much, that she is related to legends like Ashok Kumar and Saeed Jafri, right? The rest of the complicated family history you only explain because I will definitely screw that up.
I know about Saeed Jafri. Ashok Kumar though I know, but how him? I had no idea.
So basically, grandfather got remarried, and my nani, who he got remarried to, is the daughter of Ashok Kumar. So by marriage, I'm related to Ashok Kumar.
Step great granddaughter. Got it. Okay.
Perfect.
Notepad? Can I get a notepad?
Okay.
Can I get a notepad? I got a little bit lost too.
Is Saeed Jafri. So he's my grand uncle, nana / like that. But the sad part is I have never met either of them. I mean, I got to know more about them once I started telling my parents and my nani, nana that I want to, get into the field.
I was going to ask you, did that have some kind of an influence at a very early age because you were hearing all these filmy stories growing up?
So that's the thing, I never heard any filmy stories growing up because
but your parents know quite a few people from the film industry and stuff, right?
They do, because they happen to be childhood friends with, a couple of actors. It was never that atmosphere, I never had that. I hadn't even met my parents, except for Juhi auntie, who's my father's childhood friend.
She just called her Juhi auntie.
I don't think she's going to kill me, actually.
Oh my God.
But she's the only person I met, and she's a very, very ground. I never even felt that this is a huge film star, because she also doesn't come with that, She was just like my parents' friend. We would meet at birthday parties. I would be dancing and choreographing dances with her kids and all our other childhood friends. I was one of those. Ki acha chalo beti auntie ko nacha ke dikhao type, and all of them would be my backup dancers. But that's the max to where filminess went for me growing up.
Ashish, even you have a full-on filmy connection.
That's very interesting because, you think about film families, and you get a certain perspective in your mind what that must be like. What must it be like to grow up in the Bill Gates house, or to grow up in a house of movie stars and whatnot, like the pre-slap, the Will Smith house.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're fighting for all the like we did a review for Chernobyl and Skarsgård is one of the main characters. He's got like 4 other sons and they're all in the business as well. So you can only imagine like the chaos. Did you get the role, or whose string do I need to pull, or how are you going to run lines with all these different kind of people? It's gotta be really fascinating to be a fly on the wall in those types of houses.
Because I think like your family owns Ashok Anil Multiplex in Ulhasnagar. Again, the most famous multiplex in Ulhasnagar.
Oh God.
You're so lucky you own a multiplex.
But I want to tell you another cool thing happened on this couch last time also. Besides, of course, this is that Rohit Shetty made a promise to Ashish कि जब भी सूर्यवंशी release होगी, मैं उल्हासनगर आऊँगा. And he actually kept his promise.
This is my multiplex parking area. And
This is so cool, yeah.
Right?
everyone over there accumulated just to have a glimpse. And लोग विश्वास नहीं कर रहे थे.
He's too sweet.
Because this
पूरा
has
उल्हासनगर आ गया ये multiplex पे.
This has
उन्होंने
never
crowd
happened.
control कैसे किया?
problem हो गई थी, but this has never happened. And you know the best part, I was talking to him. मैं बोला सर पापा को मिलना है please. So he's like मैं लेके आऊँ तो he's like तू क्यों लेके आ रहा है? मैं आता हूँ ना मिलने उनसे. And on 4th day of his film's release, in the weekend on Sunday, he's in Ulhasnagar.
Rohit Shetty OP in the freaking comments now, guys, now. But his whole multiplex and growing up in movie theater, is that why you also got into content creation? Because I feel like with you, your next obvious step is now acting in movies, directing your own shows.
I would love to, unless they are offering me someone's brother's part. But
well played, sir.
यार ऐसे मत
Okay, so tell me, if Zoya Akhtar, she had to offer you like Ranveer's role and me say PC's role, it's like such a big dream for me.
But
Put it out there.
But wait, you
Put
wouldn't
it out there.
But for that, we need to do a Bajirao Mastani as well, na?
Yeah, so then,
We need to do a Bajirao Mastani as well, na?
Okay, that
yeah,
makes
so
sense.
then we
I need to get this fantasy off my chest.
This is what we are supposed to do, na? Then I'm fine with it. Then you're fine with it.
I didn't expect to watch. We really
Like, no, you're gonna give me mine first.
so mad at him.
Mad moment, okay? Fully.
Fine.
We pitched ourselves down.
We can do a Dil Dad.
Sanjay Leela Bhansali, if you are watching
After
this
all love, make it
interview,
sing, we can
and
be
if you're
brothers
looking to
all day
make
long.
Bajirao Mastani Part 2, we have Ashish is waiting. He will bring all his 26 million subscribers.
Yeah,
Okay? Har koi ticket kharidega. Okay, Kiara, I want to show you one more clip. Karan was here 2 seasons ago, and you remember your now infamous scene
Of course.
where you orgasm and climaxed on screen.
course.
So Karan talked about it, and this is actually what Karan's mother told him after she watched it. Okay.
Oh, I have. Sorry on that. My mother got very uncomfortable seeing Kiara Advani have an orgasm in Love Stories. She was like, "ये दिखाने की ज़रूरत थी," and it's a reality. Not everything real people to see.
Not everything real.
It's not you approved at all.
But he has never brought this up, thank God. It's too sweet. Now I'm going to be so embarrassed. My parents were very cool about it because they knew about it before I even shot for it. I mean, of
God, I hope
course,
so, right?
it is a funny moment, no doubt, and it was treated in that humor, but it actually was a very important moment and an issue that was being...
It is literally the climax of the film.
Literally the climax of the film.
I see
The
what you did
funniest
there.
comment I got was from my grandmom. She was like really watching it like very properly, like it's a very serious film that's happening. And I was like, so this, you know, so it's happened in front of her whole family and, you know, she's obviously very embarrassed.
Okay, so if I recall correctly, the just to give you some context, Love Stories is a collection of stories that Netflix put out as a film. They're short stories, I guess. Like it's four stories that make up like a 2-hour movie or something. And if I recall correctly, in this particular one, I think she was married to Vicky Kaushal. I think it was an arranged marriage. And so every time they did it, he was finishing rather quickly, and she was very dissatisfied. Like she just wasn't like, she's like, isn't this supposed to feel good? It just wasn't pleasurable for her.
Okay.
And then one day her friend gave her a self-pleasuring toy.
She had a Mr. Buzz. Okay, all right.
Right. And I think it was connected to her phone, or there was like a remote of some kind, and she just had it inside of her for some reason. And she was with the family, and she didn't have an opportunity to take it out. And I think her grandmother might have found the remote, and her grandmother was like, "Why isn't this making the TV change channels?" And she kept hitting the thing, and increasing the volume of the vibrator, and then she just started having an orgasm in front of the whole family and in front of Vicky Kaushal, and then he realized just how bad of a job he was doing in the bedroom because he saw how she was like reacting in this instance of like pleasure. Yeah.
Okay, you know, this kind of reveal and the shock and awe of it regarding like the people's real world loved ones. It reminds me of like in the 80s there was a movie came out called Harry Met Sally, and there's an orgasm scene that's considered like a legendary scene in American cinema where Meg Ryan, I think that was her name.
Yeah.
Yes, where she's trying to convince the man that's sitting in front of her that women fake orgasms, and she has this orgasm in the middle of the restaurant. And at that time in American cinema, unless you have been watching, you know, like porn, nobody had ever seen that on screen. You know, and it was like cinema was never the same again. It really altered like how you went around talking about like sex on screen. So I can imagine that being like a whole shocking sensation. I don't know if anything like that has been done before in Indian cinema. Was this like a groundbreaking kind of thing to sit there?
I don't know if it was considered groundbreaking, but it was definitely different. It's something I had not seen before in Indian cinema.
Yeah.
Up until a movie with Sumit Vyas. Oh God, what was the name of that movie? I forgot. I watched it with Courtney. There's a very, very overt vibrator orgasm scene in that movie as well. That was only the second time I'd seen something like that in Indian cinema. So it doesn't happen often. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, because that's the scene. And she's at front of the whole world now. And I was like...
Last question to both of you. From whatever I've read, both of your moms are extremely nosy and very like in your matters. So I like to generally end this segment by asking my talents to give, you know, one tip to each other. So Ashish, if you want to give Kiara one tip about how to deal with nosy mother, and Kiara, if you want to give Ashish one tip on how to deal with nosy mother.
You tell me how. Give me a tip.
So our whole life we've really underplayed it for because you know like she overdoes it so much.
Yeah.
So what else do you do? But the best thing to do is to just like not react too much.
Okay.
That's what we do, my brother and I, because my mother is very like, mere bachche ne ye kiya, wo kiya, she's that person.
This is my mother also.
And like, this is all mothers.
No.
So my brother and I would like cringe, you know, like there's no need for you to do it, such show off about us and blah, blah, blah.
You should tell your mom, why have I hired a PR team? You only do my PR.
But she would be the best PR team.
Absolutely.
I told my PR team this also. I was like, hire my mother, and they love her. They love her.
Great answer.
What she does, nobody can do.
Even today I was going out, my mom is like, Ashu, writing कर जा रहा है Kiara ADVANI से मिलने कॉफी में शक्कर डाल के मत.
And my mom is very spiritual. My mom is very spiritual. She'll start telling me,
Oh man, it's not working. Like he did a good funny and she just completely missed it. Damn.
He did try. It was good too. That was a good moment.
I almost feel bad for him because that was a really good joke. Damn it. And she didn't take the bait. She didn't take the bait, nothing. That was a perfect setup. That was perfect. Oh man, I know what that feels like when you got a good joke in front of a babe and it's like, damn, you just missed it. And I can't say it again. You know? Damn. I was kind of like rooting for him a little bit. This is clearly friend zone.
oh, let all be a blessing too. She goes into that. So she's a...
My mom should meet your mom. उसको मिला देते हैं and we can have an analysis and research.
उल्हासनगर में
मैंने क्या तो भाई बार-बार उल्हासनगर हर चीज उल्हासनगर हर चीज उल्हासनगर.
On Ulhasnagar note, let's go to the next segment. Enough of बातें शातें. Let's now play some games. Alright guys, this is where I get to find out if my guests are actually made of mad. Okay, I'm gonna ask you...
What does that term mean? I
It's,
feel like I'm missing something important.
No.
Made of mad? What does that mean?
It's deliberately weirdly phrased. One of my favorite podcasts that I listen to, he always asks his guests, what makes you a rage? And like people not familiar with his show get confused, like, wait, what? The syntax is weird on that. And he goes, what makes you a rage? Mad in the most, like in the traditional sense, doesn't mean angry, it means crazy, right? And so what makes you, or I forgot what is it, mad or what? I forgot what
makes you a mad?
What makes you a mad? Yeah, what makes you a crazy? What makes you a crazy? What makes you feel crazy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, over here when we go, are you high? You know,
Yeah.
in India they go, are you mad or what? Like
Okay.
that's what they say. There's 3 words. Very efficient. matter what. Yeah.
And if you don't want to answer those juicy questions, you've got to do my dares. And got my larger-than-life Poco M4 Pro 5G to help me out. Yeah. All right. We have multiple apps on the phone. That's, of course, WhatsApp.
Oh, really?
Ashish never replies. Kiara replies.
That's facts. Those are facts. He never replies. He's terrible about getting back to me. It's like he's
on WhatsApp.
Yeah, on WhatsApp. Like I'm like, yo, Ashish, and then what happens is like 3 weeks later, he's like, I'm so sorry, Jaby. I'm just like, I know, man. I get it. He's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. So naturally, it's going to be hard for him to get back to me. And also, sometimes you just want to like unplug and not deal with anybody, not deal with anything. So I get it. But it's like, I can't believe she just threw him under the bus like that.
Reels.
Okay.
Instagram. Out of the box. Devil questions. Made of mad. YouTube. Ashish definitely knows nothing about it.
No, I have no idea.
So तेरा YouTube account भी है.
Thank you so much for enlightening me.
Yeah, good. And this is
Google Pay.
Don't answer it. Hindi card के मत
It's Google. Okay. So one by one, you guys pick an app.
Okay.
And I will ask you a question related to it. Okay. So Ashish, you're closest to it. You want to start?
Yeah, come on.
What do you want to choose?
I want you to
I would
start.
like to give you this opportunity.
Get enlightened with YouTube.
YouTube? Okay.
For you, huh?
Kiara ने YouTube बोला तो मैं YouTube दूँगा.
Okay. So this is a YouTube question for Ashish. If you could go back in time, which of your YouTube videos would you pull down and why?
I think it would be my second video that I made. Second, या तो third. There's this. I ride on a bike. I won't take the brand name. There used to be this cellular company's ad. तभी आती थी बहुत, and it was damn irritating. and I made a spoof out of it, and now I watch it, I find my video irritating. So that's the one video that I would like to pull down. Yeah. Karma is working for me. Yeah.
So ACVians, you know what to do, na? Go find that video or comment karo वहाँ पे अभी.
I relate to that very, very hard because I watch anything I've made before the summer of 2016. Anything I've made, even in some instances, good thing, bad thing. I look at myself and I'm like,
Cringy.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, just calm down. Like, stop being so full of yourself. Jesus, calm down. What is this personality you're putting on? Just calm down. So it starts to feel cringy when you look back, and I would take a lot of that stuff down, you know. But there are things I'm proud of. But like, don't get me wrong. There are things I'm proud of and moments I'm proud of. But like, man, is there a lot of cringy shit in the past? Jeez.
It's kind of like when you're a kid, man, and you go back and listen or read like old like love letters or something that you might have sent to somebody, and at the time, you know, you think you're over here dropping like this hot knowledge, and you're like, yo, I'm killing the game with this poem that I wrote, and then you read it like 10 years later, you're like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
No wonder she said hell no.
CVN's also Janice के.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I apologize. Okay, Kiara.
Instagram.
Okay.
मालूम था Instagram choose करेगी, इसलिए मैं छोड़ दिया Instagram.
You follow a lot of people on Instagram.
Don't
If
ask me
you
to
could-
unfollow.
Who among them would you mute and why?
Why
See, I
would you
follow a lot
ask
of
that
these,
question?
That's a terrible
Thinking
I
question.
said people.
But there are also people behind that, no?
Wow.
इनको celebrity का नाम चाहिए आपके मुंह
No.
से.
No, you can say my friend who's irritating, XYZ childhood friend.
Don't do that.
My mother is very annoying, so I mute her
a trap.
sometimes.
They'll feel so bad. Okay, there.
Leave a comment on Varun Dhawan's picture saying, वो balcony वाली idea मेरी थी.
On which picture?
On the balcony
picture.
And while she does
Varun
this,
Dhawan.
basically, Kiara put up this very beautiful aesthetic black and white picture of her posing in this balcony and looking very like, oh my God, I'm thinking about the world and all its problems. And then Varun,
Show the
for some
picture.
reason, decided that I also want a picture in that exact same balcony. And then 5 minutes later, both of them have put another picture together.
So this is his picture.
हाँ.
And you want me to comment on it
Okay.
saying?
वो balcony वाली idea मेरी थी. Why don't you guys also decide, was Varun's picture better or was Kiara's picture better?
I better say mine was better.
Dust.
Obviously. Sorry, Varun bhai.
Sorry,
Then my
Varun.
man's gonna sit here and just
Done.
watch this
Done.
flirting happen.
Okay, next app.
feel so bad
Ashish,
for
back to
him.
you.
Do this devil. Let's see what.
Ashish, I think, wow, she has given
Devil.
you
No,
the devil.
मेरा मन उस पे ही आया था ऐसा मेरे को बहुत डर लग रहा था
the way she looked at you.
Ashish, you've collaborated with a lot of actors from the film industry for several videos.
Where's this going?
Who was the least pleasant to work with?
Oh my God.
Man, she's just terrible.
ये ना ये बहुत गलत क्वेश्चन है
The dare maybe.
सोच ले.
मेरे को सबके साथ मजा आया था यार ऐसा झूठ नहीं
सब अच्छे थे.
बहुत बढ़िया थे यार. See,
So you can do a dare.
So nice to do a dare.
Shahid, he was amazing. He gave me a lot of time. Karthik, he was there. Again, lot of time. Akshay Kumar, despite all the stardom and aura, he was so gentle and so nice. तो मैं क्यों झूठ बोलूं?
अच्छा, do the dare. Do
you
the
do the dare.
Let's hear.
करते चलो.
Use a pickup line on Kiara that you would never
thank
have
you.
the guts to in real life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Way to alley-oop that.
You know it's a dare. You can say anything. Come up with a really good one.
अभी ऐसा कोई बोलेगा ऐसा पिकअप लाइन मार तो ऐसा थोड़ी मेरे को ऐसा.
मतलब तू क्या सोच के?
You're having a bad
Come
girl.
on,
यार,
man.
कौन सा बोलूं मैं?
Say something good.
Kiara, please don't shower
Ew. Why?
because you will melt. You're so sweet.
That's awful. This is my first pickup line I've ever heard, and it's really awful.
Fail. Very embarrassing.
This
Okay.
is what happens when you have crush on someone. This is what happens. Pickup lines do fail. Understand that?
एक काम करो आशीष के comments में जाके बताओ कि what is a good pickup line that you should have
Yeah,
used.
please.
Yeah.
For-
So cringy. It's so cringy. I feel bad for him, yo. He's having a time right now. But he's still fighting the good fight. Oh man, listen, the only reason why I'm laughing, listen, it's not a testament to him, it's just as a dude, all of us have been down this path before where it's just not hitting.
I took an opportunity like this. I was crushing on a movie star, and I just like kind of let my feelings be known on Twitter a bit, and then she reached back and was open to doing an interview with me. And I was like, oh my God, I have to take this opportunity to be foolish. And so there's this segment in the video where I'm like dropping these pickup lines on her. The first few were not working, but then the game kept going, and it actually made her crack up. Because it was so ridiculous. I'm like, I feel like you have to just go full-blown cheese in order for it to work.
Except that film. Yeah.
बहुत गंदे सवाल
हाँ,
आएंगे. बहुत गंदे सवाल आएंगे.
Come on, man, I'm
It's on
rooting
my
for
old
you.
films, it's fine.
किसको आपने
Okay, this is really easy.
Who did you abuse on
Kiara,
set?
you worked with Diljit Dosanjh and you claim to love his music.
Okay.
I want you to name at least 6 of his songs.
Oh.
Right on the spot.
This is really easy.
Lover.
I'm very bad at this.
She can't.
Guys, y'all can't. Okay, wait, no, there are many more.
No, fuck off, you can't even take a point.
We'll never do it.
I'm the guest.
Have a proper patola, birthday, and black and white, unforgettable.
No.
This is on my list.
This is, excuse me. I could pick up my phone and be like, oh, I know all the songs of a...
You should have done that.
No. But I feel like you should do the dare because you did a lot of cheating. The dare is, if you're sporting enough, sing 2 lines of a Diljit Dosanjh song.
And then they'll troll me for my singing,
No,
yeah.
absolutely
Be kind.
not. I feel like you have that
No, you're
Madhur
here.
आवाज. Try.
You gotta do this.
जिदाना मोहब्बत
I think her singing's nice.
गुम है बच गई.
I was right. You sing really well. I'm not.
Sometimes.
I'm
It's a
not
hit and
right.
miss.
Okay, now you have like levels to live up to. Okay, Ashish, Google or
भगवान.
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp ले लेता हूँ. चलो.
मतलब I'm on Google.
You're on Google.
You're on Google.
Ashish, you're a very loving guy, full of emotions sometimes. Not with me. Who was the last person you said I love you to on your WhatsApp?
You don't say mama and all of that. Huh?
ये क्या बात
You can't
है?
say
In your
mama.
dare, I'm trying to help you. It could like don't say mama and all. नहीं.
Okay, so?
It has to be. show क्या होता है?
Right, I was
Let's see, actually.
Yo, she gotta clown them low key though. Don't say your mama.
So this is the.
Oh,
yeah, it's okay.
I know.
But
I know, guys.
Kiara knows now. But last time I said I love you too, I went through a breakup, so that's a very sad question.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. It was emotional.
It was emotional.
It's okay. I don't want you to do dare and all
Just,
this.
Kiara should know this. I'm single. That's it.
This was like a setup.
I'm really
This
sorry.
was a setup.
Setup answer.
Before we go ahead, I have to say I'm sorry, Sid. Sid is my cameraman. He loves you.
Of course. I shit his cameraman.
Do you know a lot of Siddharth?
Yeah, a lot of
I know a lot of Siddharth.
Siddharth Kedare, my cameraman, he's a very big fan of Kiara Advani. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him, just say, Sid, I love you. Tell him, Sid, I love you.
I like this dude.
Sid Kedare,
Looking out for his homeboy.
That was your day.
This is what happens when you come in between, okay?
Wow, okay. I feel like Ashish should take over my job for some time. We'll get more content. Okay,
He's a
Kiara,
professional,
left
of
wing.
course.
Google. Yeah.
She's keeping her distance. I'm frustrated. Like I'm vicariously living through Ashish right now, and I'm like, oh, come on.
I think he's picking up on it too, and he's just going with the flow. It feels to me like he shot a shot, things happen, and now he's just like, all right, we're just gonna maintain this level of just being cool. I'm gonna just still be the cool dude.
I wonder if he knew that she was gonna drop that dare on him. I would have had a tearaway suit ready. Like,
Candles start jumping
yeah,
down.
exactly.
Barry White's playing in the background.
yeah, like if I knew she was gonna drop that question, I would have like track suits that you could just rip off.
Yeah.
Like I would have pulled it off. I'd have been in a fucking like James Bond level tuxedo, popped out a ring, and be like, "Hey,
What's funny you should ask.
what are you doing for the rest of your life?" you know, something like that. Just something super like full blown cheesy, and like it would have been fun.
This question is so apt right now.
God.
You put up some gorgeous pictures on Instagram of your time in Maldives.
I knew it.
At a tiger reserve. The internet wants to know who took these amazing pictures of you.
So, Ananya was also there with me at the tiger reserve.
Ananya took that picture.
Ananya took a few of those
And
pictures.
also meaning who else was
Maldives.
Tripod.
So there's a picture where she's in the middle of the ocean. So
Fab, what a-
this you found.
What a photographer.
That's a great
This one
photo.
much-
Found someone in the pool.
The fisherman was swimming behind you.
As I reach, this is what I do. As I reach Maldives, I set up a tripod and stand. I make it like, Big Boss ka ghar type.
Yeah.
You are
So suddenly
lying.
it gets these candid moments of me.
Yeah, I told
That's
her
what you
this.
do.
Good one. Tripod.
I went there to
Believe
take
him.
these Instagram pictures.
Right. Yeah, and I think someone called Siddharth is in your content
He's
creation
a
team.
cameraman. I need to hire a cameraman.
Yeah, Siddharth.
I think he'd be really
It
good.
is great.
I think
Take
Siddharth
great
should take all
photos.
these
Great
pictures.
photos.
All right, I think both of y'all did really well in this segment. Kiara's like, why the fuck did I agree to this? You have proven that y'all were totally made of matte, just like my Poco M4 Pro 5G. Alright guys, so this is a segment I call What Were You Thinking? Basically, we've gone into your social media feeds and we found old interviews, we've seen
God.
posts, and whatever I thought was quirky, weird or silly, I have decided to ask
Takes
you.
a lot of research.
Alright, so Ashish Chanchlani, in an interview in March 2019, which is actually not too long ago, you said this.
मेरे को याद करने दो. मैंने एक बार एक शूट के सेट से कपड़े चोरी किए थे और उनको ये बात नहीं पता.
He's so happy saying.
So much for richest guy in Ulasnagar.
यार हमारे सेट की सारी चीजें जरा संभाल के
देख
रखना. आशीष पता नहीं क्या ले जाएगा. क्रश के सामने पोल खोल दी. Should we tell the production house also that you stole from them?
I forgot.
I did a web series long back, like 2016 में I shot for it. तब सेट पे मेरे को पैसे बहुत कम दिए थे, ठीक है?
You took the clothes.
हाँ, मैंने बदले लिए. मैंने बोला एक पैसे
You gotta
नहीं
get
दिए.
yours somehow.
पैसे दे रहे right by getting all the clothes from
जूते और जीन्स चुरा लिए. आज तक पड़े मेरे पास. पहनता नहीं हूँ लेकिन चुरा के रखे.
Kiara otherwise has a very, very curated Instagram feed. But on 16th May 2016, way back, she posted
I'm
this.
very young, clearly.
What is happening in this video, Kiara?
I think this filter had just come out.
What is this?
Oh, this is one of those Snapchat filters. You remember Snapchat?
Yeah, remember
is it still a
Snapchat?
thing?
You remember
What are you all
Snapchat?
saying? Oh my god, I'm going to get so mad. I'm just getting so
Snapchat
so,
OP in the
I have
comments,
never
still
been.
the best filters.
What was that?
you remember Google?
Without the dog filter. How awkward it would have been. You're just holding and somebody's walking. It would have been so awkward.
Like, it's very long.
No. ऐसा मैंने.
Sounding very long.
यार तुम लोग लव स्टोरीज पे क्यों चले जाते हो बार-बार यार? मैं तो नॉर्मल बात कर रहा हूँ.
It was such a sweet one.
Yeah, they were
It was
like,
really
fine, that's what she said. Okay, guys, let's move on
Alright.
to our last segment.
remember Snapchat.
Very, very simple. Basically, I'm going to ask you social media related questions. And whoever hits the buzzer first and answers correctly gets the point. Thoda matlab, show your competitive streak,
come on.
guys. What is this?
No, go ahead.
Question number 1.
Huh.
Who has more Instagram followers?
Finish it?
I did not realize I need to explain this to these children that wait for me to finish the question. Okay. Who has more Instagram
got
followers? Akshay Kumar or
Akshay
Ajay
Kumar.
Devgan?
Akshay Kumar.
Correct. 1 point to Mr. Chanchlani.
He moved the bell
Next
over.
question. What is
'Cause he's a
the
gentleman.
full form of the social media term IYK?
God. I don't know what that is.
If you know, you know.
Yes!
Oh, I don't know. I never heard that
know?
one.
I don't talk
You
like
should
this.
know.
You should know.
I type.
I don't talk like this. I type actually.
Score is currently tied. Next question. For that, I need you to look at the screen. What trend is this?
I don't know this.
Oh, dagi. Bakwas.
Fill in the blanks. The most shared food item on Instagram is A. Pizza, B. Burgers, C. Biryani.
Okay, I'm thinking and just like
Yeah.
Pizza.
burgers.
Wrong.
Burgers?
A pizza.
Pizza.
I was going to say pizza.
ये क्या है? ये क्या KBC में ऐसा होता है क्या? A नहीं गलत जवाब तो B डाल के देखो.
Okay.
I was really good.
ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
Yeah,
Current
troll her.
score, Ashish at 3, Kiara
you
at
already
1.
lost.
I'll let you
Bring
go.
on the jokes.
अगला आप क्वेश्चन है.
Yeah,
चलो
okay.
चलो कोई बात.
What is the meaning of the word cuffed? A. Does it mean to be locked in a relationship? B. Does it mean to commit a crime?
Oh, locked in a
or
relationship.
C. Does it mean to wear a funky
No.
cufflink?
To be locked in a relationship.
Sahi jawab.
That was
You know
easy.
because
know
I've been
the easy one.
experiencing it na in real life. नहीं no.
He's like-
happily long na.
He like, yeah, we're
Come,
going
any
in.
relationship. I'm fully single.
Yeah.
You're
Sorry.
married or single?
My cameraman told me.
Chalo, next. I want to win this quiz.
Next question.
Yeah, he's taking jabs now, dog. He looked back at the troops. Leave no man standing. We're burning it all.
It's like, if I can't have you, no one can have you.
Friend or foe, you want to be foe. Let's go.
He was actually doing all right because he's shifting, right? Like if the direct flirt is not working, you have to shift to, this is like some real like pimp shit. You have to shift to putting them down. So then they feel like
Break their spirit.
you got to break their spirit a little bit. And then they want to prove to you that they're worthy for some reason. It's a weird psychological thing. I don't play that game. This is just a game I'm aware of. I have not ever done this because, like, to me, it's just fucked up. He's doing it inadvertently, and he doesn't realize he's doing it. Like, he didn't realize he was actually winning because if you look at her body language, she actually got closer to him for a second. And then he screwed it up by going, oh, because you're in a relationship or whatever. But then she did say that she's single. He should have capitalized on that and goes, then what's the problem?
Yeah, he's in fucking all mode
Yeah.
right now.
No, because he almost had it. Like he almost had it. Like, and then he said that joke. I'm like, oh damn it, come on, and she's rooting for you.
Question. What year was Twitter launched? Your options are A. 2008,
2006.
B. 2010, C. 2006.
2006.
I'm thinking. You know? Say.
2006.
Correct.
It's a tough one.
Which actor posted this picture on their Instagram? Let's see the picture.
Disha Patni.
Wow, she didn't even require like 10 seconds.
Look at her body.
Yeah, correct. Whose Twitter handle is @CityChats? Is it A. Siddharth Roy Kapoor? Is it B. Siddharth Malhotra?
Siddharth
is it
Malhotra.
C. Siddharth
No,
Chaturvedi?
no, it's not.
Chaturvedi.
मैं भी वही बोलने वाला था.
But बोला ही नहीं.
Chaturvedi score is currently 4-all, guys.
Hey, अभी keep in between ना होगा आपका redeem.
Next
Chalo.
question. Okay. Look at the screen.
Arey.
Which is the right logo for TikTok?
The left one.
Correct. Okay, last question. Are we going to end on a tie? Or are we going to
Dude, let her win.
Ashish win? Okay.
Let her win,
What
man.
is
No, she can't win.
the
She can only get a
most
tie.
liked picture on Instagram? There are options.
Okay.
Is it A. Kylie Jenner's daughter? Is it B, a mouse with a baseball?
Wow.
Or is it C?
An egg.
It's an egg. It is C. It
I
is
should
C.
take my chances because I knew I won't win otherwise. Kylie Jenner's daughter.
Nope. It's
No.
an egg.
It's the egg.
I was going to say.
But you didn't. An egg.
Arre?
Quill.
Arre?
Back.
I think, guys, just to be fair,
Are you serious? This is the most liked
this is
picture.
the most liked picture on Instagram.
I'm putting an egg tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
Tell your PR team, Monday डालो. I mean, photo Instagram पे, real life
Putting
में.
it. It's a
So
good
well
one.
done. I think, Ashish, we should clap for you.
But I
You
also, he won. I also said egg.
You said egg.
You're
He's
a
so
loser. He won.
You could have tied.
Well done. I'll give it to you. You tried so hard.
All right, and for being such good sports. Here
So
is a
yours.
mad hamper from my
Here's some
friends.
stuff.
I would
We're
like
trying to clean
share
out the
it with Kiara.
closet.
अच्छा एक है.
Arey.
Kidding.
तो क्यों
I
नहीं
have the
कर रहे थे?
opportunity. इतना मेहनत क्यों?
Okay, guys, you performed so well that I want to know what was your experience like, Ashish, with two hampers hanging out with Kiara Advani, who you've had this massive crush on for so long.
I enjoyed so much. I'm glad. Whatever I thought about her, she's like that in real life. She's damn sweet. She's
What did
sporty.
you think about her that she is in real life?
I
No,
thought
I
you
mean,
said,
I had expectations from her, and she
Did I live up to your
No, you went
expectations?
up above those expectations.
Aww.
And she doesn't have air, and I think the major reason is that she has struggled and she has seen lows, and that's why I really relate to her. So I'm glad.
Okay. Oh, Zuzu.
I think now
She
I'm going to go
touched you.
back and I'm going to be stalking Ashish on YouTube to see all his videos so that I can come back here and roast you.
Oh yeah, done.
She's not.
Because I've not done that.
Yeah,
today.
done.
All right, guys, for being such rock stars, it's time now for me to take a Poco M4 Pro 5G selfie. You guys ready? Let's make some mad faces, okay? All right, so that was a nice selfie. And by the way, each of you sitting at home can win your very own Poco M4 Pro 5G every single week, sitting at home by just entering a simple contest. And then you can make your own made of mad moments. So the contest is really simple. All the details are in the description below. The contest is also now beauty. I want to end, okay, by asking you guys to do something that go back to your Sindhi roots, okay? Ashish, I know you speak Sindhi quite well. So I
yeah?
want, firstly, Kiara, what do you know how to say in Sindhi?
I know only one line in Sindhi.
Which is?
Thulli dakki vai.
Oh, nice. That means.
Okay, so can I explain why I know this line?
Yeah.
So I unfortunately, my grandparents weren't there growing up. So I didn't have that influence. But my dad would, and my uncles, they would teach us all the naughty lines of Sindhi. And this was the line they say this to whoever.
What does this mean?
It means some.
A bit body shaming, it's not correct.
Shaming, but it's
not
like
correct.
So, मोटी डर गई.
Fatty got scared.
मोटी डर गई.
And chari.
Chari,
All
chari.
bad words only.
Chari. No, chari is not a bad word.
Chari is
What
not
is
bad.
chari? Chari is
Chari
mad.
बेवकूफ है,
Mad.
Chari hai, to
पागल.
yeah.
And why don't you teach her something new?
You know, I'll let's do it for all the Sindhis. Like it's
Okay.
Jai Shri Krishna for a lot of people. Like Jai Shri Ram. हमारे लिए भी है. So we say whenever we open up a project, we're like आयो लाल कयो झूलेलाल. So we can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We look at the camera to
Ayo
all the
laal.
Sindhis in the world. आयो लाल कयो झूलेलाल.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
All right, guys. Ashish Chanchlani, Kiara
Thank
Advani.
you.
This was a ball. I hope you guys had fun. And I will see you guys next week on an all-new episode of Poco Presents Social Media Star with Janice.
Hi guys, I'm Kiara and this is Ashish and we've just finished shooting a mad episode.
For Social Media Star with Janice. Please comment your favorite moments from the video. Like the
That offered a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ups and downs in his world on that.
I was really rooting for him. I was like, okay, here's an opportunity. Like, this is it. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, you got this.
You can do it.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
Because, like, you just never know. Do you remember that viral video that was going around about the Mexican news reporter lady with the butt? Like, every time she turned around, it was an Aussie guy going, oh my God, I love Mexican news. It was really just, like, fixating on this news reporter because she had a great body. Because, you know, they're a little bit different over there in Mexico. And this Call of Duty YouTuber gamer person decided to ask his followers to tweet at her to get her attention.
Okay.
And it worked. And they ended up dating for like 2 years. And so you just never know what can come of these things. Anything is possible. Now, in his case, he's a dude that's like built, he works out a lot. Like he doesn't just play Call of Duty, like fitness is a really big part of his life.
Okay.
And so, you know, they're an attractive couple. I don't know what's going through Kiara Advani's head. Maybe she just doesn't want to make it out there that she's like open to flirting and stuff like that because she has an image and whatever.
Right.
But she's also like got this hullapalooza of like handsome dudes from Bollywood that are probably interested in her.
Oh yeah.
And so like those dudes do nothing but like exercise all day and like 6-pack, 8-pack for days. You know, and so that's a tough competition if physical is really, really important to her. Because obviously Ashish Chanchlani has the personality and he's super funny. And he's like super sweet. If they were to actually go out, like he would treat her like a princess all day, every day. And like, from what little I've experienced in talking to him, I'm like, I know how he would behave with her. Or at least I have a guess.
Right.
And I was just, so knowing what I know about him, I'm like, oh, that would be so cool. Like that would be so like crazy. This movie star dating this YouTuber. Like
the little guy can win.
Yeah. Anything's possible, man. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
But like it seemed like she got a little bit hurt or offended when he said something about her dating someone or having relationships in real life. Like it was almost like she felt shamed for a moment. Like there wasn't like a collective laugh. It was just like you saw his face like, oh, I said the wrong thing. When you try your jokes a lot, you know, you're gonna experience moments like that where you just like, you know, you crapped out.
It felt to me like he tried everything. You know, he did what most men would do if your crush is there and that you're gonna try and flirt, and that obviously was not working. In hindsight, then I think about it, I don't think he was trying to be mean to her. In hindsight, I just think he just fell. Yeah, I think he just fell back to you know, kind of like F it mode. You know, I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna just be me, and I'm gonna respond how I would typically respond, and that might not have necessarily resonated with her. But I was still rooting for him. But he did close kind of well. I would have let her win.
Yeah.
Or at least tie. She couldn't win. I would at least let her tie, and then grounded her for all of us, and been like, listen, the things that you've gone through, and you've gone through things like I've gone through things. And it was a small bit of a real moment, because you still have another shot off camera based off of what you just said. You know, there's all kinds of Adonises walking around. There's probably in her DMs like nonstop that look a certain kind of way. But the thing about the funny game is the long game.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted. You can absolutely laugh a girl's drawers off. And he can play that long game backstage. Maybe they're doing some cool little skits together or whatever. So, you know, I don't think he's out of it. You know, he just wasn't gonna like be like Babe Ruth pointing to the stands, telling everybody he's gonna knock it out the park. That ain't your wheelhouse. Play to your strengths, and I believe in you, dog. I think you can pull it off.
I'm still rooting for him. I didn't know that was his long-term crush. I'm rooting for him. Like if he can do that, it's like, okay, cool. We all got a chance. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And do subscribe if you haven't already. Bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is...
Hey, it's your boy SYNTELL.
Peace out.